With the Qigong Tai Chi, we always open our sessions with an opening ceremony. So to prepare for that, we come into our wuji. So pull your feet together so that they're about 4 or 5 inches apart. And they're at the insides of your shoulders. So of course that's different for everyone. And they're parallel so that your toes are directly in front of your heels. It'll feel a little pigeon-toed, but that's okay. That's just right. Then roll down the shoulders and soften the pelvis and the knees. Make sure everything's nice and loose. And then pull in the chin up nice and tall, and then push out the thumbs and tweak the back. Feel that tension right between the shoulder blades. And then relax into your perfect posture, which is your wuji. And we begin by rocking. Just let gravity do the work. As you breathe in and rock to the other side, breathing out. Placing the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth helps to keep that breathing through the nose complete, and the electrical system in your body sends more oxygen to the brain. It's an amazing thing. Engaging the arms, just let them sway just a little bit. Continue to rock, breathing in and breathing out. Find a gazing spot on your horizon. You'll see me just fine. And now let your hands create an infinity sign with figure eights laid on their side. Let each of these figure eight patterns become more pronounced as you come up to chest level. Breathing in, breathing out. These are essential breaths. Let one palm come up for the tail of the dragon and then trade for the other. In the tail of the dragon, we just see a little glimpse of the tail as it pops up and then dives back into the drink. No full reveal here. Breathing in, breathing out. Then reach overhead and touch the clouds, imagining that you can feel the cool mist on your fingertips. And then push up the mountain, leading with the elbow, and then a little tweak with the other wrist and the other side. Keeping the shoulders very soft. Breathing in, breathing out. No tension. We tend to carry tension in our shoulders. So let's relax and prevent any of that from happening. And then figure eights at the chest level. And we let each one of these figure eights become less pronounced as we return to our starting place. Breathing in, breathing out. And swing and sway. And then just rock. Breathing in, breathing out. And come back to place. Dip the head and fold in half. Let gravity do the work for you. Let gravity pull your head and then your shoulders. Let your arms dangle. Let your head dangle. Feel a nice stretch down the back, into the hips, even into the hamstrings. Shake out your arms and your head just a little and make sure everything's really nice and loose and relaxed. Feel the blood flow down to the extremities of your fingertips and into your brain. Grasping your elbows with your hands, feel a little different stretch. Any change to your center of gravity will affect your balance. Then bending the knees, place your hands on your thighs just above the knees and press with the arms, no pressure on the back, to rise. Roll up the rest of the way gently to your full posture. Swing the arms to the back as you take in a nice deep breath. And breathe out as they come forward. And then reverse, breathing in and breathing out. Hands to shoulders, bending your knees at the base. Lift with the backs of the wrists just up to shoulder level, breathing in. And then lead down with the insides of the wrist all the way back down. Now find your 100% bending here, and then your 70%. And then lift from here, from the 70%, very easy, no pushing the envelope, no pain. When we work at our 70% throughout all the forms, we're able to exercise safely with no pain. Breathing in and breathing out. Hands to shoulders. Open the heart. As you lift, open the elbows just a little and still lead with the outsides of the wrists. Breathing in, breathe in even more. Breathe in more and more and more. And then leading with the insides of the wrist, all the way back down, following that same path, leading until you get to bend your knees. Now bending the knees at the base, place your pinkies on your thighs, and then as you rise, straightening the legs without locking them, bring the hands up, keeping them parallel, until the thumbs just barely touch the collarbones, and come right back down. This is called Greet the Morning. Breathe in all the way up. Keep the hands parallel all the way down, breathing out. We're still keeping that 70% rule. Keep it nice and easy and nice and slow. Pressing the palms together, lift the elbows, but roll down the shoulders nice and soft and pull in the chin a little bit. Lift your head up out of the neck, lift your ribs up out of the waist. For Golden Dragon shuts its mouth. Your head moves to your left, elbows and ribs to the right, knees and hips stay forward, and see a gazing spot over there. Then change everything 180 degrees, the opposite directions, and see a gazing spot over there. Breathe in all the way across. Breathe out all the way across. Golden Dragon shuts its mouth is one of my favorites. I can feel those core muscles spiraling up and down the spine, loving the opportunity to stretch. Come back to the center and open the heart again, taking in that double, triple, quadruple deep breath. And then reach down and out to feel the pearl as you breathe out a long, slow, controlled breath. With the backs of the hands against the chest, take a pause. Drop in the air by dropping the diaphragm muscle and letting the air fill the vacuum. And then you control the long, slow breath out as you feel the pearl. Drop in the air and breathe out. The masters have often called this kind of breathing, breathing without breathing. Last one. Open the arms nice and wide as you lift off of the right heel. Then drag that right foot behind the left. Bring the palms together and bending your knees, honor the moon. Reach out with the right foot and then put all your weight on it. And then drag in the left foot and squeeze. And like a billows, we open and breathe in, and then we squeeze and breathe out. An alternate way to do this form is to reach and stretch and open and then drag the feet together ankle to ankle. And gradually over time, as you are able to coordinate your balance, you'll be able to do the full form. And rest. Come into your horse stance now. This is a wider stance. Your feet are at the outsides of your shoulders. They're going to be about a foot apart, still nice and parallel. Roll down the shoulders, soften the pelvis and the knees, pull in the chin and lift your head. Then tuck under the tailbone just a little. As your elbows come to the waist, the palms are up, the fingers curled nice and soft. So imagine you're right there on your horse, ready to go. Take your right hand and place it on your hip with the thumb in front. Raise your left hand, splay the fingers like feathers, bend the wrist, bend the elbow, bend your right knee, and focus your eyes on the back of this hand. Breathe in. And then change everything 180 degrees the opposite direction as you breathe out for wings of the bird. Breathe in. And breathe out. In this form, we allow the eyes to have a specific role and focus up close. They skirt the room, and then they focus up close again. They love having a specific role to play. Breathing in and breathing out. Take that hand and make it into a little cup and let it hover over the crown of the head, opening the right hand, palm up. Rock slightly by bending your left knee and breathe in as you focus your eyes on the palm of that hand. And then follow the arc of the rainbow from one hand to the other as you change everything 180 degrees for dancing rainbows. Breathe in. And breathe out. Letting your eyes follow the arc of the rainbow is really good exercise for them. They need this. Take that hand and place it in front of the mouth. The right elbow goes to the waist, but this time the palm is down. Lift your elbow so that the forearm is as parallel to the ground as possible. Lift up out of the waist and swivel, leading with the elbow. Nice regal moment. Breathing in, see your gazing spot over there, and then changing palms. Swivel the opposite direction, breathing out all the way across until you see your gazing spot on that wall. Changing palms is a form that focuses on the lungs meridian. The color is pearly white. You can practically imagine the chi swirling around the lungs, right there between your palms. And now reach up and grab your chi ball. Place your other hand with the cup right behind your back. Lift off of the right heel slightly and then toss the ball across the body and away. Breathing in as you reach, breathe out as you toss. Look close at this hand and then look far at where the ball is going to go. Toss the ball. The Chinese believe if you do 39 of these on both sides every day, that you can prevent strokes. What we are doing is a medley. And you can take any one of these forms and embellish on it all by itself. Take that hand, put it behind your back, reach up and grab your chi ball and toss the ball the opposite direction. Breathing in, breathing out, looking close, looking far. Take that hand, put it behind your back, or reach up and grab your chi ball, but this time you're just going to drop the ball. Breathing in, breathing out. Looking close, looking far. Changing hands one last time. Place that hand behind you, reach up and grab your chi ball, and just drop it. Last one. And rest. Let's shake. Shake out your feet. And shake your hands. The Chinese will do this for 20 minutes. Shake the hands and make them so fast that you can't even see them. Shake your knees. Shake your elbows. Shake your booty. Shake your shoulders. Shake your head. Shake it all. And when you shake it all up, you're so relaxed and you're ready for the next segment. In this segment, we're going to focus on balance and breathing and work through the feet using rolling steps, coordinating them with the arm movements for telling a story, and in that coordination, building extra ways for you to be in charge of the balance in your body. And we start first with just moving one foot. So take your right foot and let it move forward just a little, and then forward on a diagonal, and then straight in, and it'll be right in front of your other foot, right in alignment. Then step out, step back on the diagonal, and then straight back into place. Let's try it with the other foot. Take your left foot forward, forward on the diagonal, and then straight in front. And step out, step back on the diagonal, and back into place. Let's try this again, and we will move the arms to go with it. So step forward, forward on the diagonal, and then straight in front. Take that right hand, and as you breathe in, let your eyes follow the hand as it moves up with the palm up. As the palm changes, breathe out, follow it all the way down until it comes to the opposite hip. Then breathe in as you follow the hand up with your eyes, and then follow it right back down into place. Let's do that one more time to prove you can do it. Breathe in, and breathe out. And lift, and lower. Step straight out, back on the diagonal, and straight back into place. Changing feet. Take that left foot forward, forward diagonal, straight in place. This time, you're going to take your left hand, follow it with your eyes, breathing in all the way up. The palm is up. Change that palm and lead with the palm all the way down and across to the opposite hip. Breathe in all the way up. And breathe out as you come back down. And repeat. Breathing in and breathing out. Lift and lower. Step out in the back diagonal, and straight back into place. Moving into the next piece. This is a rolling step, and we take the right foot, we put the heel by the big toe of the left foot, and pushing from the back, we roll through the foot, lifting off the heel in the back. Then to go backwards, you push from the front, lifting the toes, working through the entire foot. So let's do that a couple of times. Rolling forward, pushing from the back, roll back, pushing from the front. Rock and roll and change feet. Now with the left foot, forward and push from the back, push from the front. Rock and roll, 5,000 years old. And back to place. Using that rolling step, add the arms coming up for dragon rises from the sea and bring them right back down. And as you change feet, you're going to breathe in on the way up and breathe out on the way down. Always breathing through the nose, the tongue tucked up at the roof of the mouth, the hard palate. Breathe in, breathe out. For this form, I like to have my eyes looking at a gazing spot that's slightly higher. That helps me keep my balance a little better. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one. The warrior has seen that dragon and he reaches for his oars on his rowboat and he pulls them in and then tweaks the back. He breathes in as he reaches and grasps and pulls, and then breathes out as he tweaks the back. This is called row the boat. Box the ears. We're rowing the boat, lowering the head, boxing the ears straight between those two arms. Pull back into place and don't tweak. Just relax as you breathe out. Breathe in as you box the ears. Breathe out as you come back into place. Feel the difference of how your body compensates when the head looks up and when the head looks down. But you're all in balance. And he lands on the shore and he splashes his face, tiger washes face. And now breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in. And present the pearl. Reaching up, putting the heels of the hands and the elbows together and opening the hands, and then bring them back together. Present the pearl. Breathing out and breathing in. And pick the persimmon. Reach up, see your persimmon, grab it, twist it, pull it, and as you come back into place, place it behind you, stretching between the index finger and the thumb to give a nice web stretch. And reach, and twist, and pull, and place. Pick the persimmon. I place my gazing spot on the next persimmon, and I pick it, and then look at the next persimmon I'm going to pick. So you look at it, and look to the next one. Just having your eyes up a little bit helps on this form. And especially if you're doing things at home in the kitchen, this is a pretty good practice for those reaching moments. And then the warrior is able to give a sigh of relief as he removes the helmet. Breathing out, a sigh of relief, and come back into place, breathing in and breathe out. There's all kinds of ways of breathing, and through most of this we've used our essential breaths, but here the sigh of relief, very important. And open the drapes. After a good night's rest, He pushes open the drapes, which are really rice panels, and steps back and breathes in the freshness of the new day. Imagine that you're looking out the window and you see the rock climbing up out of the water and those cherry blossoms blooming and blowing, looking so beautiful in the wind. What a great day. Last one. And rest. Come into your horse stance. We'll take a little wider stance here. And we're doing tree bends in the wind. So we bring the hands up. Elbows are at the shoulder level. The hands are forward. Nice 5 hands reaching up. And on the pulse, take in a breath. And then arch over to the side, giving yourself a nice stretch. Breathe out. And keep breathing out until you get back to the center, and on the pause, drop in the air. Breathe out, a long, slow breath as you give a good stretch. Excuse me. And back to center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tree bends in the wind. Realize how the top of your body is moving out of the center of gravity. And you haven't fallen over. You're in charge. Your body can compensate and keep your balance. Last one. And rest. Come back into your Wuji stance with the feet closer together again. And this is wind moves through the willows, another tree image. Take the right foot, put the heel opposite the left toe. Then raise your right hand, the palm is up. Reach the left hand back, the palm is also up. Then bending the right knee, swing the arms and reach forward. Breathe in. And then swing the arms, the palms are in the middle, and bend that left knee and breathe out. Wind moves through the willows. Breathing in. And breathing out. Feel how you work through the balance in your body on this slow motion. And it seems at first that you're just moving forward and back. But in fact, it's on a slight diagonal. And notice how your body works together and coordinates to keep your balance. And come back to place. Changing feet. Place that left foot heel right by the right big toe. This time, left hand is forward, palm up. Right hand is back, palm up. Bending that left knee, swing forward, breathing in. And then rock back, breathing out, bending the right knee. Wind moves through the willows is a good example of how you can move in slow motion, forward and back, in and out of your comfort zone, and keep your balance. Breathe in and breathe out. And rest. In your wider stance, we move into our hurricane palms. So the arms are going to be up and out, the palms are down at this point, and they're going to swing right in front and in back of the body as you swivel, lifting them up, palms up, and look at your gazing spot on that wall. And then swing back to the center and breathe in. And swivel and breathe out. And swivel and breathe in. Hurricane palms. Our third in our set of trees. And feel with this little bounce in the middle, how your body works with this kind of balancing. back to your Wuji. Okay, this is called palms up, palms down. The Chinese believe if you do 100 of these every day that you can live to be a healthy 100. I don't think I need to be 100, but I want to be healthy. And this kind of meditation and movement really helps me to focus on how my body works. If you're comfortable to close your eyes as we pull in the hands and push down the hands. Pull those elbows back, now the hands, straighten the arms. Know that you're pulling in the fresh chi and pushing out the junk. There's no bad chi, it's all just trash and treasure that we share. Pull in the oxygen, push out the carbon dioxide. Pull in the positivity, release any negativity. Close your eyes if you're comfortable, otherwise keep your eyes on your gazing spot and focus inwardly. First, we focus on the respiratory system. The lungs meridian is pearly white. Imagine that you can see inside your body to your pink lungs. And inside are those pearly white sacs looking like an empty honeycomb. There are no lesions, no secretions, nothing to impede the passage of crystal clear oxygen, trading places with crystal clear carbon dioxide. Focus next on the heart meridian, ruby red. This is the circulatory system that works very closely with the respiratory. The heart pumps oxygen from the lungs into the arteries, and the arteries carry it in the hemoglobin of those little red blood cells. And at the cellular level, those capillaries deliver the oxygen into every single cell in the body. And then the veins pull out the carbon dioxide out of every single cell, and they carry it, looking royal blue, all the way up to the heart. The heart pumps the carbon dioxide into the lungs pump it out to the air, and the plants receive it with joy because they need it to survive. And in exchange, they give us oxygen, which we need to survive, so it's a perfect barter. Focus next on the alimentary system, the stomach meridian, golden topaz. The digestive system. And digestion begins in the mouth with saliva and chewing, continues down the esophagus, into the stomach, and from there it moves on into the intestinal tract. In the small intestines, there are these little cilia that pick up the nutrition derived from that digestive process. They deliver it out to the arteries deliver it to every cell from the tip of the toes to the top of the head. Focus on the renal system. This is the kidneys meridian, sapphire blue. The kidneys are in charge of filtering all the water in the body, so this is a big job. Focus next on the nervous system. First, we focus on the spine, emerald green. The spine sends out nerve and nerve endings to all of these systems that we just described. And they work for us 24/7, 365 without our ever having to think about it. It's a wonderful gift. Focus on the brain, canary diamond. The brain is also part of the nervous system, but this is the part that thinks and makes choices. Now imagine that you can see inside of your skull and see those plumped up, full of oxygen brain cells. They completely fill the cranium so much that there's no room for even a little bit of plaque. Just healthy brain tissue. And finally, focus on the mind. Release any negativity, any worry, doubt, anxiety, frustration. Let it all go. And in their place, pull in the positivity, the love and the joy, peace, and the hope. And rest. Tapping was the very first form of Qigong. And we began with just the Chinese drum. The monks in the monasteries wanted to help their bedridden brothers, and so they were led to use tapping. Tapping then led to healing, a healing art. And then from the tapping came the preventive arts, which are all these other forms. But here's the original. Begin by tapping around the waist. And tap on your belly. On your right hand side, not a mirror image, tap on your own liver. And then in the back, tap on your kidneys. Tap down the front of the legs, and as you do this, push your tush out behind you, keeping the cantilever effect so that you can keep your balance all the way down until you tap your toes, and then tap up the back, across the calves, the backs of the knees, all the way up the hamstrings. Pull into your better posture and into your perfect stance, and tap all around the gluteus maximus team that works so hard for us. And here on the side, tap on the piriformis muscle there in that sandwich. Where the legs join the torso, tap. Psoas muscles are deep core muscles that work very hard for us to help us to stand and to sit. Tap up the suspenders until you get to your collarbones. Find the little divots under the collarbones and use your thumbs to massage there. This is a really good way to help yourself release any toxins left over from wonderful things like chocolate and caffeine and sugar and alcohol. Then above the collarbone, find that little divot. Roll the shoulder forward to deepen it enough to massage there. And as you are digging and massaging in this little crevasse, you are helping to release any inflammation that might be wanting to stick to your vagus nerve. That's important because the vagus nerve needs to be able to calm down all the systems in the body after a fight or flight moment. Reach over on the other side, find that little divot, roll the shoulder forward to deepen the crevasse, and dig, dig, dig. This is also a way to help release any plaque that might want to be sticking to the carotid artery. And reach up and over and give yourselves a pat on the back. This is the atta-girl, atta-boy muscle. Actually, it's the trapezius muscle. But thank you for showing up. Give yourself a pat on the back. And tap all the way up the neck. This is a big muscle that works with a lot of others. All the way up to the top of the skull. And then tap all the way back down. And down the neck and across the shoulder and out to the arm socket. And back to your center. And then over on the other side. Pat on the back, atta-girl, atta-boy. Up the neck, up to the top of the skull and all the way back down. And all the way out. Then tap all around your neck. And this is a good time if you're wearing glasses to take them off because we're going to work around the face. Tap on your thyroid, right there at the voice box. Tap under the chin. Tap on the chin. Tap along the lower jawbone up to the mandible joint. And then tap on the upper jawbone all the way to the base of the nose. Tap above your lips and below the lips. Tap along the lower jawbone again up to the mandible joint, and this time massage the joint. And massage your ears. There are lots of reflex points in your ears, so it's very important to help yourself stay healthy by using those. One of the writers of one of the great Qigong books said, "I believe God gave us elbows so that we could massage our ears." Then massage the mastoid bones behind your ears, and then under the ears where the eustachian tubes are. Take a little pause and swallow. Using your hands, tap on your temples and your forehead. And tap down the nose on both sides. And then circle around both eyes in the opposite directions on the bones only, all around the eye sockets. And keep tapping all the way back down the nose. Then tap up the nose on either side and circle around the opposite directions around your eye sockets on the bones only. And then all the way back up the nose. Using just the tips of the fingers, butterfly tap your eyelids. Using your whole hands, tap your cheeks. And your skull. Tap your chest. Tap all the way down the arm. Rub that chi together. Tap in the web. Tap up the inside of the arm and all the way across the body. Down the other arm. Rub the chi together, nice and smooth. Tap in the web. All the way back up the inside of the arm and back to your center. And finally, at the tailbone. Tap on your tailbone, one vertebra at a time, all the way up to the skull. And when you can't reach anymore, reach up and over and tap above and below at the same time. And the ones in the middle will get the message. And free tap wherever you need a little extra. And rest. Pull up earth. Pull down heaven. And I thank you all for the honor of sharing your chi today. Namaste. And I say namaste because I believe that we are able to share our peace and our joy, but even more, we share our spirit. And so I wish you the very best, even across the miles, as we share our chi and be one in the spirit. Namaste.